All right, so welcome back to another episode of In My Room. I hope you all are having a beautiful day. I decided I wanted to come out here and be with the sun for this episode, be over here in nature, which is very much needed. I hope my camera's straight because it low key looks crooked, but it's okay. We're just gonna go with it. Um, but yeah, I wanted to be here in nature. So while I have you all here in this present moment, I want to just take a few moments to breathe. If you haven't given yourself time today to just let go and release, we're going to take a few moments to do that. Okay, so can you breathe with me? Yeah. All right. Let's count up to 8 breaths. And we're going to repeat a little affirmation along with them. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and just center your energy and center yourself. Find your comfortable state. Kick your shoes off if you feel like it. Go grab some tea. Maybe you want to grab an incense, some sage. We're just going to breathe. I want you to take a deep inhale. Hold it at the top and exhale. I am worthy. Inhale. Hold it. Release. I am fruitful. Let's go for 6 more rounds. Inhale. I am blessed. I am present. I am grateful. I am creative. I believe we have 2 more breaths here. I am a magnet for success. I am prosperous. And go ahead and rest here for just a moment. Allow yourself to feel the energetic ties to those affirmations. Allow them to penetrate your auric field and your mind and your spirit today. So I wanted to speak a little bit about altering your internal dialogue, I should say, but overall just your internal energy to match the vibration of wealth that you are calling into your life. And I also wanted to just touch a little bit on how my past actions in my life have not led me to wealth and abundance, because my internal belief system was attached to that of lack and scarcity because of my upbringing. So I was actually having a conversation with my sister last night, and we were speaking about like how we want to be able to sustain what it is we're calling in our lives, not just have it. And it made me think back to a time when I was actually homeless. I was living out my car at the time, and I was just begging God to please, like, give me an apartment, please get me into a home. I just need a place to be. And so I was calling it in from a place of not having it. And so I wasn't able to really see the abundance of it when I did receive it. So when I got my home, um, I wasn't able to afford it or sustain it. It wasn't sustainable for me because my internal belief system was that of scarcity and lack and trying to hold on to it or else I would lose it. Uh, and I remember, like, it's this song by India Ari, River Rise, and she has this one lyric in there, and she says, all the material things, they feel like chains if you're not here beside me. And she was talking to God. Um, and when I had that apartment home that I was unable to afford, which I could have afforded it had my mindset been different, um, that lyric replayed in my mind. And so I ended up losing that place because my mindset was just not where it needed to be able to sustain my materialistic desires in my life. And so now that I'm moving into just a different phase in my journey of understanding my wealth, right? My inherent wealth, because wealth and abundance and prosperity are truly our birthright. Now that I'm in this state of just understanding that I am worthy to receive what it is I desire, I have to also realize that my wealth is not attached to my materialistic desires, my materialistic things that will come in my life. And I also realize how you cannot truly sustain or keep or be truly grateful for what it is you have if you are stuck in survival mode or you are stuck in a mindset of just not having enough or lack or scarcity, in which I come from um in my youth, right? Not where I am, where I truly originate from, which is a creator, but where I've come from in my upbringing. So no matter what you have in life, money, you got the best car, you got the best chains, you feel me, you got the best grills, you got whatever you have, the best home, whatever you have, it cannot be truly sustainable if you do not have the inherent wealth within, if you do not have the beautiful divine abundance and prosperity within, if you have not shifted your mindset from a state of lack to that of abundance, right? And I was listening to a podcast last night and she spoke on abundance and she was saying how you can be abundant in the things that necessarily they don't necessarily serve you. They aren't really good. You could be abundant in lack and scarcity. So in this term, I'm speaking of abundance in a positive manner. But if you don't have the wealth or the true richness and abundance within your sorry, within your spirit, you will not be able to sustain that in which comes outside of you. And so just thinking back on that apartment, like I had what it is I wanted. I asked God for it. I received it. But internally, I was just so scattered and very unstable within my spirit, within my mind, within my beliefs. I was still harboring old beliefs from the past and old beliefs that have been projected onto me. So I was not able to sustain what it is I truly wanted in my life. And so now that I'm moving into this new phase and I'm acknowledging my wealth, I'm seeing my wealth more. I'm still calling things in my life, but I know that now God is like, okay, you got to be more serious about it. You have to call in what you want, but also call in everything to sustain it as well. And so I'm not just going to call in my apartment this time. I'm not just going to call in the car I want. or the relationship I want without actually cultivating what I need to sustain it as well. And so that's been a very big part of this new phase of life because I have been going through a struggle. Um, just having recently moved to Georgia, trying to figure my life out and just get everything in order, still trying to get a job and, figure my finances out. Like, one would say I am in deep. But because I know the wealth within, I know God got me. I know things that I want are going to come. Um, but I'm really in this new state of my life where, and the clarity just hit me last night. I've been fasting for a week now, so I know that, everything is just coming how it should. But I'm just in this new phase of life where I want what I want, right? I have my desires. I know what I'm calling in. I know, baby, I want to be a millionaire right now. But I do not want these things if I am not able to sustain it, if I don't have the right mindset to be able to sustain it. Because I could have the biggest house, the best car, whatever, but my internal environment could still be that of lack and scarcity. And so I don't want these things without having my internal environment change and shift first so that I can be truly grateful for the gift in which God gives me. So that I'm not waiting till the pen drops or waiting till, oh my gosh, like I gotta hold on to this thing because it's gonna leave me. Like, I don't want to live in a state of lack or survival mode anymore. And so when what it is I'm calling into my life truly comes, I want to be able to sustain it and I want to be truly grateful for it because I know that I am abundant, in this wealth that's coming to me. Um, Another thing too, like when I'm calling things into my life, I was listening to that podcast and she was spitting. She was spitting last night. But she was saying basically like when you call things into your life, how it needs to be from the proper state. And I'm remixing what she said, but it needs to be from the proper state of love and happiness and joy. And I noticed how when I was in my life, thinking back to that apartment as well, and just multiple things in my life, when I was navigating my life up until this point of receiving clarity and unveiling a lot, I did call in a lot of things based off of lack, based off of not having this thing, based off of scarcity, like, oh God, I need a job, just give me anything, right? But now that I'm reaching the new state of wealth, it's like, yeah, I need the job, but do I really want anything? Do I really want the job where I'm hearing? And my sister was telling me, uh, last night how at her job, like the manager is sleeping with employees and all that crazy shit, and it's just wild. And if you realize, like in a lot of these shitty matrix, just jobs that don't fulfill you, it's always something. It's always something happening. It's always drama. It's just always filled with negativity and people who don't really give a fuck about what they're doing. And so as much as I need, right? I need my coin. I need my job. I need what it is that will be able to sustain me and get me through my journey. Um, I now know my wealth. I know that I am worth much more than what it is I've called into my life based off of lack. And so, though I'm going to do what I need to do to get to where I want to be, you ain't got to do everything. Okay? You do not have to do everything. And you can know your worth and you can know your wealth, um, and not just put yourself in situations where you hate your job or you hate the life you're living. And so I'm reaching a new phase in my mindset and shifting my energy where I don't want to continue to call in what it is I've always called into my life just because I need the money. I don't want to continue to make the same steps, choose the same steps that I've chosen in my life just because I ain't got this or I'm calling it in because I lack something. I feel I lack something, which we don't lack anything. We are already rich. Um, because it does nothing for me. I get into the same repetitive cycle of, oh, I hate my job. My manager's pissing me off. Oh, it's the same hubbub at work every day. Every day I'm waking up, I don't want to go into this bitch. You feel me? And it doesn't have to be that way because when you know that you are wealthy and you begin to finally call in things out of a state of love and abundance and joy and just knowing that the universe will bless you with what it is you actually want, you don't have to do what it is you don't want. You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah, there will be sacrifices that you need to make. You might have to take a course to get that job that you want. You might have to, they might, uh, whatever job you call into your life, you might have to do 9 months of training. Let's pray it's paid training before you are able to truly work in that field, whatever it is. Sacrifices will need to be made, but at the same time, it's like, you don't have to continue to be where you've always been, because now you've reached a new level of yourself. You've leveled up. You know your worth. You know who you are. You know what you're not going to settle for. And it's okay. I realize, like, it's okay to have standards for yourself, even when it comes to a job. I know you got to make your money and you feel like you got to go get anything, but it doesn't have to be anything. You can have standards for yourself, because the environment that you're around in any situation, even when it comes to a job, is very, very important. Do you want people to drain you, or do you want people to add to you? Do you want the environment that you're in to be able to sustain your energy, the energy you want to upkeep, to be able to sustain a high vibration, to be able to feed you? Or is it going to feed off of you? Is it going to drain you? Are they going to overwork you and underpay you? You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be that way. I know the system has made us believe it does have to be that way, but it doesn't have to, you know? So I'm just in a new phase of, I want to call in things from a state of joy and a state of love and a state of knowing my fucking worth, my wealth, and that I am prosperous, because I am. I no longer want to attract things based off of scarcity, lack, fear, anxiety. I just want to attract what it is I desire, and it be from a true place, because I deserve good things to happen to me. Everybody does, right? You deserve good things to happen to you. And so begin to just know that you know your wealth more. Know your wealth more, so that you can truly bring in into your life what it is you actually want. Not something that's like it, not something that's, oh, it'll just get me by. No, but something that's actually sustainable. The sun going away. Hold on, son. But something that's actually sustainable. Ah, Bumblebee, get away. Okay. Something that's actually sustainable, something that is a reflection of the God within, something that is a reflection of divine wealth and prosperity and richness within. So change your internal environments, your internal dialogue. Read a book or two, okay, about how to attract the life you want for yourself. You feel me? Repeat affirmations, because you deserve what it is you want. And so we are no longer in this phase. I don't know who need to hear it. I know I do. I'm no longer calling in shit off of scarcity. And it's okay to say no to things. It's okay to say no to opportunities that don't feel aligned with the abundance in which you want. So I'm no longer saying yes to just anything. I know my worth. I know my value, right? I am a valuable person. I am an asset to people's lives. And so I want to step in that power more, so that I may be able to take up new positions in my life. And so that's the life I'm leading. That's the life I'm calling in for myself, is one of joy, not of lack and scarcity, and calling in these things that I'm not able to sustain, or calling these things that aren't sustainable just because it wasn't called in from a true place. And so, yeah, I just want to share that. I pray that whoever needs to hear this, you take it in, you take what you need, leave what doesn't serve you. But yeah, in this new phase of life, yeah, let's call in things from a place of wealth, love, abundance, joy, the feelings of success, and riches and prosperity. And we're no longer moving out of in survival mode. I rebuke that just from my being, from your being. I pull that shit out of you and send it off into the earth to be transmuted for the highest good. Take away all that don't serve you, all that anxiety. You calling in shit from anxiety, you calling in shit from depression. Maybe you calling it in from anger and it don't serve you. So we're not doing that no more. Only wealth and abundance lives here. Ashe, Amen, Hare Krishna. I pray that you have a beautiful day. Go ahead, listen to my music if you haven't already, and click that link in my bio to shop with me. All right? Peace, love, all that good juju.